do is on the count of 3, I want you all to tell me your names. Let's try that. 1, 2, 3. All right. Great. Well, now that we all know each other's names in here, we're all friends in here. So let me tell you a little bit more about why I'm here today. Today is a super exciting day. Today we are officially kicking off your Jump Rope for Heart event. That's going to be coming up February 16th and February 17th. So we're definitely going to talk about the really fun things that are happening with your Jump Rope for Heart event that I think you're going to enjoy. So we're definitely going to cover that. But we're also going to talk about how each and every one of you over the next couple weeks are going to have the opportunity to be heart heroes. So are we excited to learn about this information, boys and girls? Yeah! Oh, I think we can do a little bit better than that. I said, are we excited to learn about this information, boys and girls? Great. Well, thank you for that enthusiasm. So like I said, I'm Eric with the American Heart Association. Now the first way, we're going to talk about 2 ways that you can be heart heroes over the next couple weeks. The first way that you can be a heart hero is by making sure that you take care of your own heart. Because maybe some of you were reading the slides as you were coming in. I know we were laughing at the awesome, funny videos because there were some animals doing some pretty crazy things. So I'm sure you saw some of those things. And on some of the other slides, they have interesting facts about our hearts. Like, did you know that your heart actually beats over 100,000 times per day? Which is amazing. And some of you do know that because you have really smart PE coaches. So they probably taught you that. But if you think about it, that's incredible. So your heart is beating right now to keep you alive. Your heart is certainly beating really, really fast probably. When you come out and you have a lot of fun and you're physically active in PE class. But your heart is also beating when you're not even thinking about it and you're like sleeping or reading. So it's super important that we take care of this muscle because it's the strongest muscle and the most important muscle in our whole entire body. So it's really super important that we take care of our hearts. So who can tell me something that we can do every single day to build a happy, healthy heart? Yes. Yeah. What a smart answer. That's right. He said that we can eat healthy. That's right. So we can eat healthy every day, every single day to build a happy, healthy heart. What else? Yep. Keep your body away from chemicals? Well, that's right. We definitely want to keep our body away from chemicals. You all brought your thinking caps this morning. I love it. So we can eat healthy. We can keep our bodies away from chemicals. What else? That's right. So he said that's an important one. So we can make sure that we get enough sleep, get enough rest. Now there's something else we can do every day, and it's something that you probably do a lot of when you're in a PE class. Yes. Exercise. That's right. So we can exercise every single day. So the first way that you can be a heart hero is by making sure that you drink enough water, you get enough sleep and get enough rest, make sure that we exercise at least 60 minutes every single day, as well as make sure that we eat healthy things like fruits and vegetables, because that's super important. So the first way that we can be a heart hero is by taking care of our own hearts, as well as make sure that you share with your friends and family over the next couple weeks the things that you're learning through Jump Rope for Heart. Like, hey, I learned in PE class today that it's important that we exercise at least 60 minutes every day. Or, hey, I learned from Coach today through Jump Rope for Heart that it's important that we say no to tobacco because that's not very healthy for our hearts. So bless you. So those are all things that you can make sure that you help your family learn as well. So the first way that you can be a heart hero is by taking care of your own heart and helping teach your family how they can take care of their hearts as well. Now, the second way that you can all be heart heroes is by getting involved and helping the American Heart Association raise donations through Jump Rope for Heart. So who can tell me who the American Heart Association is, or maybe kind of what we do? Does anybody know? Yes. Good answer, that's right. Perfect. She said we go to schools and we help teach boys and girls how they can take care of their hearts. That's exactly right. So there's people like me all around the country that go to thousands of schools, and we talk to boys and girls. We help them learn how they can actually be heart heroes by taking care of their own hearts. And And we also help those that have sick hearts. So does anybody have in their family, I'm sure actually people with sick hearts, we call that heart disease. It's kind of the grown-up term for it, heart disease. So people with sick hearts, that's the #1 disease in our whole entire country. So it affects almost every single family. And I bet we'd be surprised to learn how many of our classmates in your school have people in their families that have sick hearts. Raise your hand if you have anyone in your family that has a sick heart. Wow. So boys and girls, take a look around the cafeteria. Look how many people in your school have people that have sick hearts in their families that need our help. And boys and girls, I'm going to keep my arm raised, or my hand raised, I should say, with you, because I'm going to tell you the story. I'm going to tell you the person. The reason that I do what I do is for my grandmother, actually. So my grandmother, a few years ago, she wasn't born with a sick heart, but she developed a sick heart a few years ago. And the one thing that you need to know about my grandmother is my grandmother loves to walk. My grandmother will walk to the grocery store, even in the middle of winter. She'll walk to the grocery store. She'll walk to the post office. She'll walk to the bus stop. She just loves to walk. She would take us walking for miles when I was around your age to go trick-or-treating. So my grandma loves to walk. And a couple years ago, she started to realize that she couldn't walk as far anymore without feeling super tired. So she did the right thing, and she went to the doctor's office, and the doctor said, you know, unfortunately, your heart is kind of wearing out, and you have a heart condition, and due to this heart condition, you're not able to walk as far anymore. But I have great news. You can continue to walk as far as you normally do if we implant this amazing machine, this amazing device into your body. And this amazing device is called a pacemaker. You know, maybe some of you kind of ringing a bell. I think I've heard of the pacemaker before. So this pacemaker is an incredible machine where it actually, every time that my grandmother's heart will get a little bit too tired and maybe it'll want to rest a little bit too much, it'll actually jumpstart her heart to make sure that her heart can maintain a steady heartbeat. So this pacemaker is keeping her alive every single day. And the really neat thing about the pacemaker is that actually came from the American Heart Association. It came from people's donations. So people like you are helping people like my grandmother through Jump Rope for Heart. So that's pretty amazing. Now I have another friend, his name is Michael. Now Michael was born with a sick heart, but thankfully Michael has an older sister named Grace, and because Grace loves her younger brother Michael so much, she got really involved with Jump Rope for Heart at her school, so she could help people like her younger brother Michael, and other boys and girls that were maybe born with sick hearts. She could help them through getting involved with Jump Rope for Heart as well. And we went out there, and because we found their story so amazing, we went out there and we actually videotaped their story because we thought to ourselves we might want to show that to other boys and girls that want to learn their story. And I have a really awesome surprise, boys and girls. I brought their video with me this morning. Would you like to see their video? Yeah? Let's check it out.
I have a daughter and a son. And my son was born with, they call it catastrophic congenital heart.
I had I don't know what it's called, like an EK blah blah blah
And he also had 3 holes in his heart.
He had venous coronary artery, hypoplastic aortic arch, 2 ASDs, 1 ESD, and pulmonary vasculosis. What changed that?
He needed open heart surgery right away, within a few days to live. He is definitely a direct recipient of heart research. And I'm just so thankful. I'm so thankful for all that research because I know he wouldn't be with us if it wasn't for that. And I feel like Jump Rope for Heart is so positive and it's concrete. It is something you can do to help. And Grace has embraced that. She's done bake sales for it in our front yard. She does the Jump Rope for Heart. And she always says that, Mom, I'm just saving another baby.
When your brother's really sick, it's kind of hard because you can't do anything about it, but if you give money to the American Heart Association, the American Heart Association will take the money and research how to cure people's hearts. It's just nice to have a person that will always support me and defend me and stuff like that.
I think he thinks he's just a normal kid. He has got so much energy, he runs around, he loves life, he plays soccer. His cardiologist called him a superhero, and that just clicked for Michael. And so he started calling himself Super Mike, and he just loved all the superhero stuff. And I think that he just takes it in stride.
I'm okay, and it's mostly based on the American Heart Association that I'm still on.
Wow. Let's give them a round of applause. It's a pretty incredible story, isn't it, boys and girls? So now, I have a really fun activity that I want us to participate in. And for this activity, I'm going to need 5 volunteers. Now, if I call on you to be a volunteer, so raise your hand and stay seated if you want to be a volunteer. If I call on you to be a volunteer, what I need you to do is I need you to join me at the front of the class, and we're going to stand in a nice single file line with our shoulders right next to our friends. So I need 5 volunteers. How about you? Come on up. Yep. And how about you? Come on up. So let's go back here. And how about you right there? Come on up. So I need 2 more. Let's go maybe way over here. How about you right there? Come on up. And let's go way over here. And how about you? Yes. Come on up. All right. So I think you're going to enjoy this activity, boys and girls. This is really neat. So this activity is going to help us learn where your donations go and why you make such a difference by getting involved with Jump Rope for Heart. So I'm going to give some of our volunteers some really neat costumes that I think you're going to get a kick out of. So our first volunteer, I'm going to give you the Jump Rope for Heart envelope that each of you are going to be getting today from your teacher. So I'm going to give you the Jump Rope for Heart envelope and then this $50 bill. Is that a real $50 bill? No, unfortunately I ran out of $50 bills this morning, but that'll have to do. So now our next volunteer, I have this really awesome baseball cap, and she's going to play the part of our really, really physically active, in-shape PE coach, just like your very own PE coach, Coach Rod here at your school. So now our next volunteer, I'm going to give you this official lab coat. And she's going to play the part of our smart scientist that has that really large brain. So you're going to play the part of her. All right, very good, good job. So now this next volunteer, I have a really neat tool. Maybe some of you have seen this tool. Does anybody know what this is? Yes. Stethoscope, that's right. So this is a tool that probably your doctor, you've seen that your doctor listens with this tool to make sure that your heart is healthy. So I'm going to give you this stethoscope. There you go. And you're playing the part of our super smart doctor. And then the last volunteer, I have this hospital gown. And our last volunteer is going to play the part of a sick patient that has a sick heart that really needs our help. All right, very good. So now let's get started. Shh, boys and girls, I think you're going to want to pay attention. Listen. So now, like I said, you're going to be getting your Jump Rope for Heart envelope today. So you take that envelope home and you talk to your mom or your dad or your aunt or your uncle or anybody in your family and you say, you know what, Grandpa, Grandma, Mom, Dad, because we're such a caring school at Core Elementary and we believe in helping those that have sick hearts, we're actually participating in Jump Rope for Heart in our school. And if they give you a donation, then what you do is you bring that, you put the donation, bless you, into your Jump Rope for Heart envelope. Go ahead and put that in there. I know it's a little bit confusing, so in the flap area, there you go. So then what you do is you bring that envelope back to school, February 16th and February 17th. Remember, those are the dates of your Jump Rope for Heart event. So then you bring that envelope back to school and you give the envelope to Coach. Go ahead and give this to our coach over here. And then what Coach will do, Coach will actually give your donation, give that donation envelope to me at the American Heart Association. Thank you, Coach. And then what we do is we take your very hard-earned and much appreciated donation and we give that to our smart scientist over here. And our smart scientist is going to try to think of a new idea that's going to turn into a new medicine. And so they think long and hard, and they're thinking long and hard. Sometimes it takes even a couple years to develop a new idea that's going to turn into that new medicine. And all of a sudden, with a lot of thought, the light bulb goes off. Voila, new idea turns into